aboard! Episode 4! Dudum, dudum, dudum. Dudum, dudum, dudum.
Pints on first bites, eight.
Hodgkiss
Pints
on
on
the
first
guitar.
bites, eight. Dudum, dudum, dudum.
Crazy, but that's how it goes. Millions of people listening, folks. Maybe it's too late to learn how to pod. Episode 4, how are you, mate?
Hey, brother.
Hey, season 4,
I-
episode 4. It was meant to be all a 4, but I thought
All a four. It was
all
very
a
good, Miles.
4. Thank
It
you.
was very, very good.
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
I'll probably
preference.
insert some of your guitar playing or something. How you doing?
I'm doing all right, Williams. I'm doing all right. I'm a bit the last few months of, as we talked about in the last episode and probably the episode before that, we're just still in the kind of craziness that is house renovation.
Crazy.
Yeah, sorry. Everything's all good. We're just in a bit of crazy. Refurb world at the minute.
Listeners, Mr. Hodgkiss just as a little announcement. Mr. Hodgkiss is very tired. He's been working many hours, so he is a bit crazy.
Crazy.
So-
But that's how it goes, Williams. But that's how it goes.
But that's how it goes.
Aren't we all a little crazy? Is there a song about that? I think we should all get a little crazy. Isn't that a Damsky and Killer and Seal?
Don't know.
Yeah.
Is that Beyonce one? Crazy?
That's Crazy in Love. Oh. Eins. And first bites.
I'm just bye. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Oh dear. We've
anyway.
fallen off the cliff already. But yes, I'm very well, thank you, Williams. How are you?
I'm good. Let me try to keep this on track, on the train track. Grab your rod, Mr. Hodgkiss. Grab your rod whilst you still know where it is.
I don't think we've got the energy. Hang on. Go on, I've grabbed it. Yes.
It's the fish pod of feedback.
Hey!
Hey!
Fish pond of feedback.
Also, 40-odd-year-old Mr. Hodgkiss is staying with his parents at the moment, so we apologise. I apologise for his parents. You can probably hear through his walls.
It's about time they listen to one of the podcasts, so they might as well listen to me recording it. Because they haven't listened to the actual bloody thing. I said to Mum once, we bought my mum an Alexa so that she could listen to the podcasts. Because she's like, how do we listen to these podcasts, Craig? I want to listen to these podcasts. And I was like, tried to explain it to her. And I said, you know what the easiest thing? Let's just buy her an Alexa, because then she can do it. But she never has the Alexa plugged in. And then she starts trying to talk to it. It doesn't listen to her. It just ignores her. She's like, Alexa, play my son. Where's my play my son?
Play my son.
Podcast, Craig, podcast. And then all of a sudden she's listening to, I don't know, some random kind of Spandau Ballet radio station or something.
My son
so
FM. Yeah.
It doesn't work. It was fun. She was trying to get BBC Sounds on recently. Other digital services I'm sure are available. But she's like, I can't get it to work. What do I do? It keeps asking me to do things. I'm like, just talk to it, Mom. And she was like, I do talk to it, but then it asks me to sign in somewhere. I said, you don't need to sign in to listen to the radio. And she said, it asked me for some money. I said, no, it didn't ask you for any money.
That was me. I phoned her up and said, "Can I have some money for the download, please?"
Play my son. Play me, son. I want the podcast. Play me, son.
To help our stats, for those listening on a speakerphone, Alexa, play First Look Gnomes.
Very good. But, yes, so she can hear me recording it now, I'm sure, and she's probably thinking, "What the hell's going on?" She actually did come.
The best half of the podcast.
Well, that's it. She may make an appearance at some point, because I said, "Right, Mum, I'm going to go and I'm going to take some beers. I'm going to go chat to Aunt Em." And she goes, "I'll come and tell you good night when I go to bed." So I was like, okay. I said, well, I will be recording, Mum, so you're probably on air if we record. And she's like, oh, okay. So my mum might show up at any moment of the podcast as a special
That'd be
guest.
lovely.
And she'll
That'd be
go in there, hello, Daniel, you're right. And then she'll be able to see him because I'm wearing headphones. She won't be able to hear you. So then she'll be like, I can't hear him. Very cute. Very cute.
You sound like Orville the duck.
Orville the duck. I wish I could fly up to the sky, but I can't. I wish I could get my son's podcast, but I can't. You can't.
It's the same.
I can't.
You can.
Ask Alexa to play my son.
Crazy.
Crazy.
Oh, dear.
Anyways,
the wife emailed in.
Very good.
She said she enjoyed the postcard segment. Because it turns out it was only his voice that was cringe. She said. That's about the little gnome when he sent the postcard.
Yes. He hasn't sent any voice notes in, has he?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
But
I think I did think about him a few weeks ago, and then just I've been. Oh, sorry, he's
been busy.
He's been busy, clearly.
Yeah, maybe
Well,
maybe
like the
Orville the
postcard.
duck. That'd be a nice little voice note, wouldn't it? No other name than Orville the duck. She also said she skipped the Google I/O section.
Oh,
this is her words. It says, and didn't tickle her pickle, which I thought was a bit. Don't know if that's appropriate terms you can use these days.
If she'd have listened to the rest, she'd have learned how Google can tickle her pickle. But now she'll never know.
Can it? Wow, yes.
In 3D, apparently.
For those that missed out, listen back. New listeners, Mr. Hodgkiss. We've got new listeners from Richmond in the Tasman district.
In US? Richmond, USA, or Richmond, UK?
Tasman district, I don't know. Tasman district.
Isn't your sister?
Not UK, that's not Tasman. No, Richmond. Tasman. Tasman. Al Mansur in Dakihali.
Easy for you to say.
Nakano City in Tokyo. Danang. Calgary, Alberta. What are you laughing at?
It's the way you were concentrating so hard on saying Danang. That's not that hard to say, but the focus in your eyes.
Listeners appreciate my pronunciation.
Danang.
Calgary, Alberta.
Calgary.
Phenom. Sorry.
Phenomenon and Dananganang. It sounds like a WF tag team.
Phenom.
It's Phenomenon and Danang.
Crazy. Oxnard, California.
Very nice.
And we've had loads of downloads, new listeners, in North Bergen, New Jersey.
Yeah, maybe my sister.
Maybe.
She can use a smart speaker to listen to her brother on a podcast.
What does she sound like when she...
What does he sound? Alexa, play me brother on the podcast with Jack. Come on, play me brother now. Sounds just like
play me brother.
Play me brother. My mother can't do it. I want to check it works.
Lots of new listeners, so I've still got more to say. Minya.
Phenomenon.
Yep. And this one, you might need to...
Are you making these up?
No, I'm not.
Have you just
actual
randomly
places.
put in ChatGPT? I need to make it sound like we've got new listeners. What can we say?
We do have new listeners. We do have new listeners. One you need to help me with, where this one is. Every night I've been hugging my pillow thinking where it is. You have to show me the way to this one. The listener is Sweet Maria. There's a church bell ringing. It's Amarillo in Texas.
Sorry, I should let you carry on there. It was I was just too keen. I was too keen. Sorry.
Well done. Yeah. So welcome to our new listener, Maria. Other news. A little segment which I know you sort of appreciate. So obviously we're top ranking on Apple Podcasts and Spotify rankings.
Goodness knows how, but
so
still.
We come up. So again, these are search terms. So top three keywords. This one I'm quite chuffed we come up for. Fascinating trivia, Mr. Hodgkiss.
Fascinating trivia.
In July, if you typed in Spotify fascinating trivia and you scroll down to number 156 in the list, we would have been there for fascinating trivia. How good's that?
As if anyone's ever getting to page 156 for anything on any kind of search.
All right. Higher up the rankings, Mr. Hodgkiss. If you scroll down to 119, when you've just typed in wallabies, we would have been 119 on the list.
119 for wallabies?
Yeah.
But when did we ever talk about wallabies?
I don't know. But number 25, Miss Hodgkiss, which has got to be, what page? I don't really use Spotify. If you scroll down to 25...
Probably page 2, yeah.
Page 2. If you typed in historical curiosities.
Historical curiosities. Well, we do talk about some historical places we visit. So maybe that's not a bad one.
And then this one on Apple Podcasts, 16th. And we've had this before, and it's not tropical fruits. If you type in children's television, we're number 16 on the list.
Oh, that's good.
Anyway, at one point.
What about if people search for things like funny podcast, dad podcast, good podcast, make me laugh? Where do we come there?
Well, less than 156.
Work to be done.
Yes, work to be done. But not much more work needs to be done on children's television.
There we go.
Apart from we don't talk about children's television.
We should try and get someone from children's television to come on the podcast. Like Andy Peters or Derek Griffiths from my childhood. I loved his voice. He was like...
You know them, do you?
It's Michaela Stratford!
Swiftly moving on before we lose you.
I think it's already happened, William. I've spilt beer all over the bed. Never mind.
Oh no!
Sticky bed. What we're gonna
back
do?
At your parents' place, and you got a sticky bed. Oh dear!
I need some tissue.
Mom,
what's about to cry? Beer.
Do you want to get onto your first look,
Probably should. I'm trying to look at this, William.
It wasn't a yes/no question.
I've been trying to pour this beer now for the last 10 minutes.
What is that?
I don't know. Shit glasses in this house.
The head's 50% of the glass.
I know, and the rest of it's all on the floor. Never mind. We're having a mare.
50% foam, 50% on the floor.
Nothing inside of me. Sounds wrong. Anyway.
Anyway. First look.
First look. I thought I would introduce this first look because it's not a particularly exciting one, but it seems to be a topic I talk about often. So I thought I'd introduce it with a poem.
Lovely.
And so here we go. So Naomi Numpty was building a wall. Naomi Numpty had a great fall.
Oh no.
Naomi Numpty shouted "Doe" like Homer. Looked down and on his shin was a fucking massive hematoma.
Oh no.
So
is it gone down? Is it?
Oh well, I can actually show you. Oh no, I can't.
No, sorry.
I was able to switch the cameras before.
Yes, you can. No, I can't.
I'm recording this on my phone, ladies and gentlemen, today because I'm staying at my mum and dad's house, and you can flip cameras. Hang on, I can turn it around. There we go.
Oh,
Look at that.
Lovely.
Can you see that?
Listeners, we got a nice sexy shot of Mr. Hodgkins's leg.
Hematoma.
And there's
So,
a big bump, I suppose, is
yeah. 4 weeks
the
ago
lightest
now.
way to call it. Mm.
So I think the doctor thinks I've broken my shin and said you need to get it x-rayed. But I've been too busy, so I haven't gone to get it x-rayed yet. So I probably should. But
Yes.
but so here's why I haven't. So I actually work for two doctors, one of who is a sports doctor who works with MMA professionals. And so here's a story. So yes, the first look is a first look at hematomas. I've never had a hematoma before, and this one's the size of a lemon. So I fell over because we're doing renovations at the minute. I fell over and landed. We were building a wall, and I fell over and landed shin first on a fence post. And it was the fence post cracked. It was a 4x4 fence post, and it cracked. And I literally yelped. I've never yelped before, and I yelped. I was like, "Ow!" Like, proper like, "Ow!" And I was like, "Oh!" I did that thing, oh, that really, that's all that is.
Yeah.
And then I was like, right, get up, because one, you've fallen over, so you look like a tit. And then I was like, get up, you look like a tit. Start it out, walk it off, start it out. And I stood up, and I had shorts on.
Yeah.
And I looked down, and I'm not kidding. It had swollen up. It was like somebody had actually put a tennis ball under my shin. Yeah, straight away. Just straight away was up. And I was like, whoa, that's frightening. What the heck is that? And I was 40 minutes away from doing a presentation to my two doctor bosses. And I was like, okay, what should I do? Now, bearing in mind, this was a Monday, and on the Sunday, I had put my shoulder out. I lifted because I was lifting floorboards, and I had to go next door because we've got no freezer. The house to get to, so I had to go and knock the next door neighbours and say, "You got any? Excuse me, have you got some peas, please? I need some frozen peas because I've hurt my shoulder." So I borrowed a bag of frozen. She didn't have any peas, so she gave me a bag of frozen sprouts. So this was on the Sunday, and then on the Monday I did this, and I was like, I need to get ice on that quick. But I thought I can't go and knock the next door neighbour and ask for more frozen vegetables.
Me again.
Hello, have you got any broccoli?
Got some frozen carrots.
And it's like before you know it, I've just emptied the woman's freezer of all the frozen vegetables.
You got roast chicken as well.
Any beer? So I thought better of it, and I got in the car and zoomed to the shop and bought myself some frozen peas. And I got back and I elevated my leg, and I was like, I've got to do one of the most important presentations in about 15 minutes time. So, but I was full of adrenaline, like, because I panicked a little bit. I was a bit like, do I need to go to the emergency room? What do I need to do? Because it was so big. And I was like, okay. So I started the present. I was like, you'll be fine. Stop being a big worrywart. It's obviously just a bad swelling. It'll be fine. So I got the call. I started the presentation, and because it was so full of adrenaline, I was like, I feel a bit funny at the minute because I've just had this, and I told them what happened. And luckily, they're two doctors. So I was like, let's see. And I showed them. And like, yes, okay, that's a hematoma. I said it's very common with mixed martial artists because they kick each other, and their shins go shin to shin. So I said it's really common, but I said it's pretty much superficial because because I was running like, oh, it's quite big. What about clots and all this kind of stuff? I said, no, keep the front. You're okay. It's not in your knee or your deep veins or anything. And I said, but I said because of the size of it, in about a week you're going to end up with black toes. And I was like, really? What? And I said,
black toes.
Black toes. And I said, okay, well, I said, because what will happen is, as it starts to come down, the blood that is pulled now will start to harden and will need to go somewhere. So gravity pulls it down.
Yeah.
So all the bruising will appear in your foot. And a week later, I had black toes and a black foot.
Black toes.
And I was like, wow. But I was like, it's really
Science,
funny.
People.
I don't know if you're a hypochondriac. But I'm a little bit of a hypochondriac. If something happens like that, I worry a bit. I'm like, oh, is it okay? Is it healing right? Is
how lucky are you to have MMA doctors just on hand?
Yeah, it was incredible. So I showed them, and they told me to elevator. They gave me a treatment plan, and then I did my presentation and crushed it. So that was good. And yeah, then like about a week later, I had to talk with them again. I told them update, and I said, "You're right. I've got black toes." And they've just been helping me all along. Like they're like, right, after a while, they're like, now you need to get a tennis ball. You need to rub the tennis ball on because you're trying to get it to go down. You need your body to reabsorb the blood that's there, and then all
Yeah.
this kind of stuff. And they said to me, I said, look, I actually went and saw my GP just to make sure there was nothing wrong with it because
Yeah.
my foot went black, but my leg went yellow. And I was like, and it was
Mm.
quite warm. I was like, I was a bit worried because the actual
Mm.
hematoma got quite warm. So I went and saw the doctor, and she was like, "I think you've broken it. You should go and get an
Mm.
X-ray. I think you've chipped it. That's why it's quite swollen." I said to the doctor, "Oh,
Yes.
my GP said to go and get it X-ray." And he said, "You can, but the treatment plan won't be any different. So you can go and get it now for
Yeah.
peace of mind that you've got a hairline fracture, but they won't treat it any different. It'll still just be a case of rest and elevation and heat and all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff." So it's been interesting. Hematoma. Hematoma.
Hematoma.
If you Google, like, boxers get them a lot. So like when you see boxers get punched in the face and their face goes all swollen, a lot of the
Yeah.
time that's
It's
hematoma. So
hematoma.
you'll see them kind of with like a cold piece of metal kind of pushing down. They're trying to push the blood back into the thing to be reabsorbed so it doesn't swell so much. Yeah, it's interesting. I've learned a lot about it, like having to read about it. And
Good. I'll go on to my first lecture.
You can. I could just keep talking. I've been talking for 2 hours, so I could just keep talking if you want. Or would you like to do your first look?
I'll do my first look.
Please do your first look, Williams.
My son is 2.5 now. 2.5. So he's crazy. But we've just a little tip for dad as well. Be careful with your YouTube and all that. But we've started using some YouTube stuff because I can't remember how well we started, but he wanted something specific. And this channel we came across is called Jake's Trains, and it's basically do you know Brio?
Brio? Oh,
Brio?
yes.
Brio. Yeah, so it's your wooden train sets. He's got his own wooden train set, which good friends of ours gave Logan, and he loves his train set, and I think it happens to a lot of toddlers, and I don't know, it's quite captivating watching someone play with toys. So this channel is basically just someone playing with Brio train sets.
Okay.
Relaxing. And it's even, I found myself just sort of, you got to be careful because we were worried, first of all, as parents, is this just like brain numbing telly?
Yeah.
Because it's just like wooden trains being pushed around and things. But we liked it. We asked someone, they said, "Oh, it's fine. Just, like of anything, in moderation, don't watch it all day type thing."
Yeah.
But yeah, Brio trains, but yeah, Brio is expensive. So so that's something we've started watching for Logan recently.
Have you found the ones where it's like kids opening eggs or something? Well, that was a big trend when Brain was a kid. I don't know if that's still
not
popular.
yet, but the channel led us on to a similar thing, but Cars. So he's really into the movie Cars.
Oh, nice. Good choice.
But there's toys of Cars, car toys of the Pixar movie Cars. And there's so many videos, just people playing with these cars. And they have like actual, so it's a little bit like Scalextric, but sort of wind up ones. And then they set up the course. And then they have, McQueen versus Jackson, what it was called. And they race around. And these people just set up and film them, set up their YouTube channels and just film these different races going on and sort of commentary in the background. And it's a YouTube is a weird world of nonsense, but some good stuff out there. Just be careful because obviously it's not monitored stuff, so you've got to be careful what channels
you do. And there's YouTube Kids in there, which is a bit better.
Yeah,
it's funny though because obviously Logan's 2.5, Braden's 9, so nearly 10. There's like nearly 8 years of difference between the two kids. 7.5, 8 years difference. But when Braden was about 2.5, he used to watch. I remember vividly a video called Murdoch versus Wobbly School Bus. Exactly what you're saying. So there was a
Murdoch versus Wobbly School Bus.
So Murdoch is a train from Thomas the Tank Engine, right. Scottish train, orange train.
Yeah,
and it was Murdoch versus a Wobbly School Bus, and it was like they put a train on the track and a Wobbly School Bus on the track. And and I just remember the music. The music was like do 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 do
Dude.
do do do, which I think is used on like every third YouTube video now. It's like
Uh,
must be like a royalty free one or something. But yeah, it is. And you think now, so if Logan's 7.5 years, there's still videos like Murdoch versus Robbie School Bus. The people who made those videos now must be on like hundreds of thousands of views just because of time.
oh
So you
yeah,
think
I looked at the views of
anybody,
these, and they're like, wow.
and you think if they monetize those, if they set, it's a bit like investing. You know, people like investment in the future get money. The people who were early
Yeah,
adopters of putting YouTube videos on
yeah,
are probably coining it in now. And just videos like that of like Lightning
yeah,
McQueen races and Thomas the
yeah. We're
Tank
talking
Engine races.
hundreds of thousands of views per episode. So overall for the channel,
You need to be early adopter
lots.
on stuff, Williams, don't you?
But
We're
some
not
of
early
this
enough
stuff,
adopters.
it's a professional setup. They have, someone has like a big table, and it's like stop motion photography and videos, and
Mm.
you do see like the finger coming down, pointing, pushing the train around,
Yeah.
but just whack on a background track, the odd choo choo and that sort of stuff, and
The odd what?
run choo
How's it go?
choo
Let's do it again.
and
That's actually
random
really
voice
quite a good
notes.
impression. do,
Not doing it
do it again.
again,
Do it again, William. What sound does it try and make?
but choo choo. And there's other little voice notes that Logan's picked up on. Like there's, go, 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 and stuff like that. But yes, Jake Strains, Brio. Brio is well worth. It's expensive, but if you can get the knockoff versions, and quite often we find ourselves building a Brio track. His mum's much better than me. I end up doing like a little circle where, whereas Georgie does a whole, sort of like a Formula One circuit type thing,
Nice.
and bridges and all sorts of
Well,
stuff.
you know, you said about tips for dads, Williams. Here's a tip for dads based on train
Tips
sets.
for dads.
So Braden, so similar thing, right? All little boys just love train sets. So eBay's your friend. I remember when Braden was about 2 or 3 for Christmas, all he wanted was Thomas or train, and I ended up going on like Facebook Marketplace and all that, and you can get just bags of the stuff. And then you can. I remember on Christmas morning, we set up the whole floor and just connected all this big ass train set with all the different things like cranking the crane and the turning
Yeah.
circle, whatever it was. But it was all kind of secondhand. But when you put it all out, it looked epic. And I think the whole thing cost us like 46 quid or something ridiculous.
Yeah.
So for Brio,
Yeah.
and those wooden blocks, there's a lot of parents out there who are just like, oh, I've just got a bulk lot of just like, oh, a bag full of Brio or whatever.
Yeah.
Have a look.
Well,
You
you're
never know
saying
what you
that
can
we
find.
looked. So the wife uses vintage. We've got a couple bits, but Brio, the actual Brio stuff, it actually keeps its value.
Oh, does
quite
it?
a bit.
Okay.
So even like second-hand stuff, third-hand stuff it can be a little bit cheaper, but actually holds its value quite well. But there's other non-branded stuff that
Yeah. Does it all work
as
with
long as
the
it
other
fits.
non-branded that works with the Brio stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but Brio is good quality stuff. But
It sounds like you're enjoying it yourself, but you do need to get creative.
I do. Yeah. I need to get better with the designs. But
You're good at the noises though. If Georgie can build the tracks and you can just do all the noises, you're onto a winner, dream team.
But I do worry where this is going, because we also, actually the wife's worse than me, but we ended up, so we had obviously the wooden ones you can push around, but now we've got some battery powered ones as well.
Nice.
So you put the battery in, it makes sounds, and it goes around. So I am worried I'm going to end up in the loft with a full train set.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised. And you love every minute. I can take you to the room next door and show you my dad's train set. So you got my mum who can't use smart speakers, and you got my dad who has got a train set probably worth more than the house and the collection of trains. And it brings him a lot of joy, Williams. He's a very happy man.
It does to a lot of people. So I can see myself going down that route.
Well, there's a big train exhibition on in Derby this weekend, or just this week, I think. And Pete Waterman was there with his big train set. Apparently, it took 2 lorries to move it and shift it there.
Wow!
But like massive train enthusiasts, because they're celebrating 200 years of British rail and British trains, aren't they? This week. So that's maybe have a look at what's going on there and show again if you're on YouTube. Maybe Logan can have a look at some of the original steam trains and have a look at some of the model trains that are on display there. Tips for dads.
Tips for dads. Tips for dads. Tips for dads. We'll just end on a first look fact. First look fact. I found out that French fries were actually weren't actually first made in France.
Okay.
They were first cooked in Greece.
Hey,
it's a bad joke. Sorry.
At least I got that one. Some of the I listened back to a couple of episodes. I was like, God, you're so dense. You don't get any of some of these jokes are so obviously jokes, and I got that one. That was my level, nice and simple.
All right, listeners. See you in a couple of weeks.
We'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Bye. Crazy. Choo-choo.
There's been a lot of trains in this episode, Williams. Talking train. Crazy. But that's how it goes, Williams. But that's how it goes.
Don't forget to follow, like, review, and share.